Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another gaming chat for the Walking Dead survivors here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. Hopefully, this is coming in okay. I'm doing this on the microphone for the laptop. Um, just wanted to come on here and talk about a couple things for a couple minutes, game related, mostly T10 related, for troops and stuff like that. So basically, they dropped a thing for an update the other day, and there's going to be an update here in about a day now, where it's going to be a 3 hour maintenance, and then we're going to have this update happen. So, new things are going to add to the game is a new mini game called Mixture Madness. So, beta test stage is open for players in season 2 and beyond, starting October 23rd, 24th, last 2 days. It's a sorting game. You have to pour different colored liquids from test tube to test tube. You win if you win the level reward if you complete the sorting in a limited amount of moves. The main reward for this is the Ellenmeyer flask. I think that's how you pronounce that word. Um, this is what you need to actually do a bunch of the research in the game. Is those flasks, and specifically, it's what you have to have 5,000 of to finish the T10 research for any of the three cavalry, sharpshooters, or melee characters. And yeah, I am 3,000 to 5,000 right now on that, my main account. So hopefully this will be quite a few that they'll give of those, and it won't be like something like 5 or 10 or whatever. It'll be like 50 or 100 or something like that per thing, or more for that matter, in these events. But who knows? Given given what we've seen with the other stuff they have going on right now, like the tiles and stuff like that, it usually goes uh one. I believe it's 1 2 1 2 for short range, long range. So it'll probably be something like that. We'll only give you like a handful or something. Maybe it's like five and then 10, 15, 20, something like that would be my guess, honestly. It depends. We'll have to see it about a week or so, give or take, when this starts. So either way, I look forward to seeing how many they actually give here. And if nothing else, it'll be something to do that will get me, a little bit closer to T10 a little bit faster, because right now I'm still on a 90-day path right now to being able to get the shit. And I believe I figured out the other day it was about 85 days I have left right now to get it from where I'm at currently on a daily basis. So hopefully it'll be before the end of the year. I'll be able to get this then. Second thing for here will be battleground tactics. New beta test rounds started as open for players in season 8 and season X from October 19th to 20th. So players for open players season 3 to 7, October 26th, 27th. So keep an eye out for your in-game letterbox for further details about Battleground Tactics. This is two teams, red and blue. You play 8 versus 8 on a grid of 25 squares. Apparently, killing each fighters isn't a key factor in winning or losing. The team needs to occupy squares and earn points in various ways. Team will be the whoever has the most points wins. Such using speed ups and attacking other players' towns are not possible. There are no losses, just wounded. Wounded in the hospitals are automatically healed at the end of the event. I don't know. I feel like this is the kind of thing I'm not going to play any of, is what it is. Because like honestly, it's been more than a year about I played this game. I believe I played the what you call it one that was there to begin with one time. That I'm blanking on the name of it right now, and then I've never played Restricted Zone at all. So yeah, only played the what you call it one once, and then I played the Restricted Zone 0 times so far. So. And then other things are going to add in here. We got added a function to change the appearance of animals. Said you can change each of your animals' look, different breeds, for a small amount of rubies. Change will only affect the appearance. Your animal's attributes, skills, custom name, etc. all remain the same. I disagree with this one. What they should have done was they should have actually lowered the price to buy animals from 600 to like 300 or 400, honestly, at most, or at least allowed you to have something where it was if you buy like X amount of animals a week or whatever it is there, you just get like the sixth or seventh one for free. Then is what it'd be then. Like, say I bought, like, 5 days in a row, whatever the case be, like, either day 6 or day 7 or whatever the case be, would then be a free animal then. That would be a better one, I think, in general. So, yeah, it's kind of bullshit in general. This is really gonna do nothing. It's basically just a way for people that are pay to wins to be like, "Oh, look at me, I'm special now," kind of thing or whatever. It's just dumb, honestly. You're better off to spend rubies elsewhere, buying speed ups and other things like that to get your town up to par and do different things, whether it be training dudes or whatever the case be. So yeah, it is what it is. And then finally, said added season enemies to search functions on and map filler or not map filter. So you can use the search function to find season enemies of level of your choice. You can turn the display of season enemies on or off in the on map display UI. That should be interesting actually, because this is actually going to be a big deal when it comes to kill events, I believe, in the future for future seasons and stuff. Because obviously you have multiples of those during the actual thing. So what you're going to have is you're going to have people basically trying to find lower level people that they can easily come in and just swipe out. Essentially, is what would be then. And yeah, it'll be a way to just find various people like that and whatnot. This could also be very interesting as well, for that matter, because I'm not sure if this is only going to function within the season, like in the various seasons, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. maps, or if this will actually function in the regular map for your actual main region then too. Because if that worked out well, that would actually be a better thing, because then it would allow us to be able to find people that are not playing currently in the game, or like various folks that we don't want on the in our region anymore, whatever the case be, because they haven't been there for months, as would be then, and we could just basically exile their town out to the point where we could actually bring in new people for season relocations, would be then. So I don't know. We'll find out here in this update or whatever it's going to be then. So but yeah, I think the most exciting part of this of all of them would be the first one there, getting that new mini game and knowing that I'm going to get flasks a little bit faster then, by being able to play that will be fun and be nice. So fingers crossed I'll be able to get my stuff done by like maybe Thanksgiving or something, or at least by Christmas time this year or something, instead of it being in the next year then. So anyway, but that being said, I was figuring out other stuff too, and I figured out that sometime right around Thanksgiving, I will actually finally have enough uh, elite points to be able to actually get up to elite level 10, which is awesome because it means it will unlock a new queue for building in my main account. So I'll go from 5 to 6 then. And that's going to be a big deal, by the way, especially when you have other stuff you want to do that's, requires builds and whatnot. Because then I'll actually be able to just build random stuff then. And it won't be something where I'll have to sit there and spend, you know, 15, 20, 30, 40 days or so doing stuff. That being said, I'm also almost at level 20 right now for my overall fourth square, and you have to get to level 21 to get to the fifth one. So I don't know how many days it is between 4 and 5, or sorry, between 20 and 21 on that one. But hopefully it'll be a couple weeks then, because I know the last one was a few weeks. So hopefully it'll only be maybe like a month at most. Then I can just burn that down with speed ups and stuff like that and get it to like 15, 20 days, maybe, hopefully, eventually, by the time the season ends here in a few weeks. And then by the time this season is over, I'll be able to actually have like a fifth formation going into season 8, then is what it is. So, or wait, no, season 8, season 7. Yeah, because we're in season 6 right now. Yeah, have a fifth formation going into season 7 then. And then as it is, it'll be just a little bit farther back from my other ones than is what it is. They're like one behind me is what it is right now. So, but like I said, though, I don't know what I'm gonna have done first. Then, if that be the case, it'll be the flasks for T10 tech, or if it'll be the level 21. for the 5th formation. But either way, it's going to be good and it's going to be fun because then I'll actually be able to have at least a 2-person formation for my 5th formation then. And then eventually it'll be again having to use Flash to do update stuff on there and do a bunch of research and stuff like that. It's going to take weeks and weeks and weeks to eventually I can get a 3-man crew going there, and probably sometime next year is what it'll be then. Most likely by the time it's all research tech done and stuff like that. So, because really the priority right now is no matter what, it's just save as many flasks as possible and get to that 5K, and then eventually do that first T10 tech. Then is what it'll be, and be able to at least have T10 cavalry in, about 15, 20 days, give or take, whatever it's going to be for it, with having region chief abilities and stuff like that. So getting some time taken off of that, shaved off of that because of that, with the scientist stuff. So anyway, yeah, pretty psyched about this. Look forward to next week seeing how this game's going to play out and how many flasks they actually give you for it, what it is, and hopefully it'll be worthwhile and it won't just be some bullshit where it's like, oh, here's 5 for this and then 10 for this level and then like 15 or 20 for this level, et cetera, et cetera. Hopefully it'll be like, 40, 50 to start out with and then go up from there maybe or something. But again, probably not, honestly. It'll probably be something real small, is my guess, just because of the fact they still want people to buy the stupid ass weekly card thing, is what it is, to get flasks that way. Which is such BS, dude. And that's why I hate microtransactions so much on this gaming. So, because not everybody can afford that, is what it is, honestly. And not everybody should have to afford it, is what it is, really, honestly. You should be providing enough things for people that want to be free to play people to be able to get ahead, just as fast as what it is then. So, anyway. But yeah, like I said, I think this is probably gonna be the most exciting part of this whole update. And yeah, it'll be nice to have another game in here, honestly. That being said, I feel like some of these mini games though, because they're only lasting like a couple days or like maybe 2 or 3 days at most, usually is what it is. I feel like there are some that need to be lasting a hell of a lot longer than that, like the knife challenge one. That was only 3 days this time around again. And that needs to be at least a week, honestly. Needs to be a week being able to do that stuff and get a whole bunch of stuff. And like I said previously with the rubies thing, there's a one that they do with Ruby Rush, and that only comes around once every couple months now, it seems. And my thing is that should be there for at least a month, not a week or a few days, whatever it's going to be then. So anyway, but yeah, that new thing that they did now with the week long event for the various shovel items and stuff like that is what it is, and then all the work art stuff. That is actually fun, but that being said, it's also kind of a pain in the ass because again, you almost need to have more stuff given out for the expert work art stuff is what it is there. So like they're basically just giving you a bare minimum on that event for that week. My thing of it is really honestly it should be because there's a way that eventually are gonna have it be maxed out and stuff like that. And you can still get a couple hundred extra things there. What they should do is they should allow you to reset when you get to the point where you have to pay to win stuff or whatever it is, because you got to pay like a buck or something. Like I think it's like the 11th rung or whatever, and you can never get 12 level 12 rewards is because of that because you have to pay to win first to get the actual rewards behind it. Then is what it is, which is BS to me because it's like, hey, if I just want to stop at 10 and then reset the damn thing, why shouldn't I be able to do that then? If nothing else, have it like everything that was previously there or whatever for like 1 to 10, have that, knock down like 1 or something then, and then it goes like whatever the second level rewards were, it goes that's number 1 slot, and then everything else, gets leveled up by 1 is what it is then or something. So anyway, but yeah, it's one of those things where honestly that really doesn't need to be a week long. It should be more like about 5 to 6 days, honestly, at most. And then if nothing else, you should be able to reset it back to 7 days then every, time you want to reset or whatever the case be then. So anywho, but yeah, like I said, I think this flask event's gonna be fun. And it'll be interesting to see how many they actually give you here. I don't know how many it'll be, but it'll be something. So that being said, that's about it for the thing today here. I will be back later today with a new grandstand, probably sometime later this afternoon, talking about whatever. Then, actually, there's something I want to talk about in that. I was watching the Can't Stop the Progress thing here a little bit ago. There is this woman in that episode that somebody found her a little clip of her crazy leftist ass talking about stuff, and dude, we have to talk about this chick because she is a prime example of exactly what the 19th Amendment needs to be amended right now. There are these insane chicks like this, and they are the ones who are pushing this abortion on demand bullshit here in Ohio. So yeah, we're gonna do an update on that whole thing and just discuss these psychotic lunatics who want to sit there and blow Biden and the fucking Democrat Party while fucking up our country is what it is. So fuck all of them is what it is, dude, for real. But anyway, that being said, we'll talk about it later today on the grandstand. Other than that, that's where we're at for today with this update to the Walking Dead survivors. And as of right now, we are about 3 hours or so, give or take, from starting the next kill event in the current season that I'm part of for season 6. Here's what it'll be. I think we're still way behind right now in game for being able to possibly take second. Because, like I said, currently where it stands right now is you have the people that are in third already right now. It's only a matter of time, like 6, 7 days from now, whatever it'll be, before the final column for the season opens. And as soon as that opens, they're just going to take it in the next hour or something after that. So they'll immediately gain 10,000 prosperity for that, which sucks because then they'll jump into number one because of that reasoning alone. And then basically we will go from the people that are currently in first will go to second, and where we're at in second right now, we will end up dropping to third then again. So it'll be a whole situation there, and yeah, it'll basically just be a thing where I have no idea if we're actually going to have the juice to be able to um, get enough prosperity and stuff like that to actually get into second place without taking somebody else's common shoes a little bit. So who knows? It'll be interesting to see what happens though. And it might be something like that, honestly, where we might just have to, if nothing else, like knock out somebody's common the last couple of days of the season or something then, and essentially just stop them from building again and again and again. Or maybe just do like some surprise attack in like the last, I don't know, like 16 hours or something like that of the season, where it's like, hey, what's up? And then we just like knock their shit out is what it is then. So the problem with that is it's not really going to be a surprise attack because you'd have to literally build towards their thing and be able to attach to it to either take it over or at least knock out their um, overall thing is what it'll be then for the season. So yeah. Either way, like I said, I think it was really a big bullshit thing for the leadership in this season, and it's why some of them people are not in power anymore in the clans and in the region chief position, etc. There because they fucked up and they know they fucked up. I find it interesting though that how many people left and have now come back around then because you had, like I said, about 10 or 15 that left our clan initially and went and did their own little thing for like a week or so. There is what it was, kind of like basically like a little protest of like, we're not gonna fight against the other ones or whatever. And it's like, that's fine, dude, whatever. Like, go do your thing then. Thanks for taking a bunch of power with you. And then legitimately now welcome back to the second clan in the coalition. And it's like, yeah, because we all know what the real truth is, dude. At the end of the day, you motherfuckers want season rewards, is what it is. So that's what it is. Like, yes, there's a pay to win or two among you that didn't bother doing anything. That doesn't really care one way or another because they're already getting a bunch of stuff. It's because they're paying for it, is what it is for the season. But at the same time, it's like the rest of you actually want to get these season rewards, and it makes sense. You want to be in that first coalition, is what it is then, and be helping us out to do that stuff. Now, granted, I know there's still a base being built for one of our other clans in our second coalition, so I don't know if that's going to add anything to our prosperity or not. And if it does, how much it'll actually add, if it'll be a couple thousand or it'll be, a couple hundred, whatever it's going to be. I'm not sure exactly what it would be there. I'm hoping it'll be a few thousand anyway, because if it does add a few thousand, like that's a huge difference then. But if it only adds like, 500, 1,000, something like that, it'll still be, a decent chunk. but it's sort of a difference between if it has that much or if it has more than that, if we can actually take second season or second place rewards for the season, it'll be then. So yeah, I'm hoping for second, but I don't have my fingers are basically crossed at this point, hoping that we can get that done. But I don't think it'll happen though. As it is right now, I'm not going to make top 100 this season in any of my accounts for the season commemoration stuff or commendation stuff. Um, so basically, right now I'm still fighting to keep like top 150 basically. Because as long as I can keep in top 200, it doesn't really matter. Like I'll still get something good for stuff. It'll be obviously less rewards, but overall, if I can keep all my accounts in the top 101 to 200, it'll still be a decent chunk then compared to the 201 to 500 rewards. So, but we shall see. Like I said, hoping for the best. I know it'll be a lot less than the last season that I'll get for rewards, and this time around, I'm going to be smart about it and basically just do a little bit here and there, and essentially just try to keep enough for going into season 7, so that I'm not going to have a situation like I have right now where I basically have run out of different flasks and or not flasks. I've run out of different long ranges and stuff like that, and now I'm basically having to do only the first of the various survival challenge events instead of being able to do the first two, which it is kind of BS how when you get to 25, it goes 400 and then 2,300, or sorry, 400,000 and then 2.3 million is what it goes to for the silver chest then, which is absolute bullshit entirely. It should never, like, none of those things should ever go past a couple mil. Like really that should be like gold should be like 2.3 million. Like it should really be 400K, like maybe like 1.2 million, and then so forth and so on. Because at least then you'd have like achievable shit is what it is. But knowing that you'd have to do X amount of long ranges for X amount of time there just to get the stuff, or now it's long range slash or it's the radio slash work cart events now is what it would be. But even then, you have to spend X amount on work cart stuff is what it would be for get the expert ones. And when you're not allowing people to gather enough of that stuff during the week, you again run out of that shit real quick is what it is. Because it's not like, they give you more than one a day is what it is there. So yeah, you can get your 400K from those two, but then you're screwed later on doing something else with this then. So it's really just a way to fuck people over there, just not pay to wins is what it is. Like all the free to play players just get fucked at the end of the day, and all the pay to wins get rewarded, unfortunately, just like everything. It's just like life. Money makes the world go round, and it's a bunch of shit, dude, entirely. So, anyway, that being said, though, like I said, that's where we're at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this update. I will keep you guys updated with what's going on in the game right now. As far as I'm aware, we are again just fighting if we're going to take second or third right now, and I will be chilling out for most part for the next few days. Here's what it is because I think this I want to say that this current event that's going to be starting today for the current kill event will be at least probably 4 to 5 days, if not a little bit longer, even for that matter, maybe a week entirely. So it might be a situation where if I jump onto the season region um, map, it'll be under a shield like once a day or something maybe, and then that way I can save shields and stuff too. Because that's the one thing I'm always hesitant about. I'm like, I'm never getting to the point where I'm going to have my shields drop below X amount right now. And I want to say I have everything right now in the mid 60s currently. So I never want to see those drop below like I would say 45 to 50 someplace in there. And unfortunately, with the 8 hour ones, the real problem actually is that they keep giving 8 hour ones for events instead of giving you like a 12-hour option or even a 24-hour option or something, because that would be a nice thing, honestly. Like even having like that many like 8 hour shields or whatever, even if they had like the barter thing that they bring up every so often, which they brought up today again, if they added like an 8 to 24 option in that, that would be nice, honestly. Where you could have, you basically would exchange like 3 8-hour shields for a 24-hour shield. That would be nice, honestly. And you could do that like maybe 5 or 10 times or something like that for that event, just like everything else. Because like obviously you have the other thing where you can exchange. I think it is the what you call it's for 8-hour shields. The oh, I'm trying to think what they're called now. It's an 8-hour boost for gathering. It's like 10 of those or something for an 8-hour shield. But yeah, if they had something where you could do like 3 8-hour shields, or even 4 8-hour shields for like, a 1 day shield would be a pretty decent exchange rate, I think, honestly. Because you'd be losing like 8 hours versus, X amount then. But yeah, honestly, it should be like a 3-to-1 conversion rate where it's just like, okay, I'm gonna give you 3 8-hour shields. Give me a 1 day shield. Or even if they did like 2 8-hour shields for like a 12-hour shield, so you'd lose like 4 hours overall, but you'd have the ability to basically put two of those up per day instead of three per day then. And you wouldn't have to worry about things. You could basically just set, two alarms on your phone or something like that. Where it's like, okay, your shield's like, 10 minutes from expiring, put up another 12-hour one kind of thing or whatever. But yeah, it's just irritating to not have that ability to do some kind of exchange rate with shields and stuff like that in this game. Because it would be so nice if you could, honestly. But yeah, that being said, maybe that'll be something an update soon, sometime in the future. Then hopefully in the coming seasons or something. But yeah, as long as we keep getting paired up against regions that are pseudo cool with everybody, you know, it's not really going to be an issue. It's just the ones where people just want to be dicks, is what it is. And then you got people being like, "Oh no, we're just going to attack you everywhere and all the time, dude." And it's a whole thing like that. And that's why I'm so glad I was able to drop out of 134, honestly, dude, because I feel so sorry for the people that are still stuck there after the last go around for the last season region relocation is what it was because they couldn't get it in our region. And yeah, those poor people are still stuck in 134. There's like three or four of them there. And I know that the one chick was having to burn real money at this point because she had run out of shields, and they were basically telling her, "Oh, you must be on the fucking season every single day, and oh, if you're not here, we're gonna kick you out of the fucking coalition for first coalition and stuff." And it's like, what the hell kind of shit is that, man? Ironically enough, it seems like a lot of people in this last season relocation from that were the leadership of these asshole clans in 134. They all dipped out now, and now you have other people who've taken over for this current season 6 now. So I don't know if it's going to be something different now going forward. It'd be interesting if we had 144 get paired up with 134 at some point though, because then we could actually see who is still in 134 and be able to maybe make an alliance with them or something if that be the case. If it's actually new people in there that aren't going to be a bunch of dicks, because that was the one thing I thought was interesting too. Like even going back to when we were doing our whole thing there to begin with, and this was back when we had the whole merge to begin with there, and I think it was right before season 4, I want to say, or was it season 3? No, I think it'd be season 4 is when we all merged together as like a new region or whatever. Where you had like because we were obviously originally 409, and then you had it was 409, and then like two other regions that were sort of pay to win ish that came together as 2134 then, and then it became a whole thing of us basically having to sort of bow down and knuckle under kind of thing and make concessions to the other two clans that were part of that coalition. And then eventually that's why we left after that season, is because they were fucking over our leadership and basically telling them, "Oh, you can't like." It was fucked up too, by the way. So you had people in our clan at the time who had not been there for weeks at a time, like they were legitimately like dead players, like 2, 3, 4 weeks gone throughout that entire season. Mind you, that was like a 70 something day season at that point. So you had people who were not there at all to help us do anything. You had people in the fucking region that wanted into our clan. We could have kicked out these people that were inactives and brought in active people, but oh no, the fucking other dickheads that were in Clan 1 and Clan 2 had a problem with some of the people that we wanted to bring in because I guess they had gripes with them in a previous season or they were all previously part of the same region or whatever the hell it was there. And they're like, no, we don't want you guys to have the ability to bring these people to actually help you out and make us a better fucking coalition overall. So yeah, you had these pay to win dickheads that were purposely fucking us over at the end of the day and making it so that we couldn't actually have a better clan and be able to do better things overall. And throughout the week, being able to do better events and being able to do better in events because of that. And then eventually it became a whole thing where, yeah, you had people that were in there that, basically told them in so many words to fuck themselves. And then that's when you had Jordan and the people like that decide, hey, blow the lid on shit, let everybody know what's up, and literally pay to get us out is what it was. So, which, like I said, if I had the money at the time, I would have paid to get myself out, but unfortunately, I did not. So it was basically a thing of like, yeah, I can't get out, guys. Like, didn't realize I had to spend money to get out of here. And he was like, oh, hey, here's the money. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks. So, yeah, good dude on that one, man. And yeah, we've had a good time since then. And then, you know, we're all doing different stuff now in the game. And like I said, I'm not sure who changed our clan name here in the last couple weeks now to what it is now. It's like Echoes of Silence or something is what they call ourselves now. And yeah, it's a bunch of stuff with like various Greek gods or something because everybody's changing their name to like Greek gods and pictures of Greek gods. It's just really weird, man. I'm not gonna do that honestly. I'm gonna keep my thing the same. People know who I am already in the game for the last several seasons now. If I was to do a name change, I'd actually do it a little bit different is what it was now from what it was. I'd actually make it like a capitalized instead of a small case one is what it'd be. But yeah, other than that, I'd keep the same picture probably, which was just something from in game and whatnot. So, but anywho, um, it'll be interesting to see. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to see what happens here. Can't wait for this season to be over. Honestly, in a couple weeks and see if we take second or third. Honestly, when it's all said and done, hopefully we take second. But like I said, I'm not in any considering what we've already have left right now and doing the math in my head and stuff like that. I don't think there's a way we can. Honestly, I think we'll just take third by like a couple hundred points is what it'll be then, prosperity wise, which is gonna suck for us. But at the same time, it's like that's what you get for not doing the right thing is what it was there. And the really sad part is honestly, if we had just made the better choice for the season, which would have been like sort of a 3-1 uh, regions, so it would have been like us and then the other two versus 132 instead of us and 132 versus essentially their two. We could have actually made it. And this is why, by the way, for those interested, that's why people left. I'm going to mention this before I leave today. The 10 or 12 or 10 or 15 people that dipped out there for a few weeks is what it was. The reason they did so is because they found out that we actually had a chance to do basically a 3 uh, region versus 1 thing here for the season. And we would have guaranteed second again. And the thing would have been on that one, how we done that, you would have had the people, and I believe it is 2098, so it'd be 20098. I want to say that's the region that's really small right now. The chick who is left in that place right now, and maybe like 50 something people, we could have actually gotten into our region for the upcoming season if we had made this concession. And she is a decent pay to win. She actually has a shitload of fucking power behind her. You would have actually had her be a decent whale for our region in future seasons now. And then you would have had people coming with her that potentially could have either joined up with us and made our coalitions better as well, for that matter, made us 300 strong is what it is for the first coalition, then maybe another, 150 plus strong or whatever in the second coalition or something then. And you would have had them be able to grow then. you would have had a functioning second coalition instead of the shit show we have right now, which is basically the people that are there maybe once every 2 weeks or something like that to play. And you would have had like a daily coalition going on there, and you would have had people being able to do stuff on their own instead of us having to keep continuing to, halfway through the season realize, oh, we need to have people do a 12-hour cooldown and then jump to the second fucking coalition to help out them building random shit here for like a week. And then, oh, by the way, jump back before you don't get so you don't get fucked out of rewards and stuff like that for the end of the season. And yeah, that's what we had to do now a bunch of times, what it is. And it's just stupid, man. It's fucking stupidity is what it is. When we could have easily done something like that, had this other big ass clan come into our region. Well, not big ass clan, but like moderately sized clan. We probably could have actually dealt out enough people that are inactive right now on our region currently to make enough concessions for them to make enough people be able to come through is what it is. And if nothing else, some of the people that didn't want to be here anyway, they could have left as well, left some spots open as well in that one. And then you would have had a much better, much stronger thing overall, and it wouldn't have been an issue. But instead, we made stupid ass deals. And when I say we, I mean the people that are the actual heads of the fucking region, the various 8, 10 person council were held as there. Where like half of them were like, "Oh yeah, we should totally do this stupid shit," is what it is, and the other half's like, "No, that's stupid." But we don't have enough votes to basically make it a dead split. So you guys win by like one vote is what it was there. And yeah, it was just dumb as fuck, dude. Really, they should have done it like they should have done something similar to that, but then taken it to the coalition itself then of all three clans and been like, what do you guys think? And got our input with it is what it would be then. And I guarantee we would have actually done a better deal then is what it would have been. So now granted, we should want to take first, but unfortunately we don't have the people in the groups to, that are the pay to wins, that are the, whales or mini whales or whatever the case be. It's very hard to be able to take that because again, you're talking about a person that maybe pays a couple $100 to maybe like a grand a season or whatever it is there, comparing to somebody that pays like, 5 grand a season or something. Because I assume that's what it was with some of these people. Like I said, with the last season where you had that Mr. Lord's guy, there is no, I think, if I'm not mistaken, when I figured that out, that guy paid at least like $3,000 just to get the vehicles that he had for his various um, formations there. And that's not even including like all the upgrades that you would need to do all that shit then, which I assume he paid more money for is what it would be then. So yeah, it's just insane like that, dude. And like I said, it must be nice to have that kind of money where you can just pay that kind of, you can just literally like, swipe a credit card, whatever the case be, or throw a bunch of cash out the window to do stuff like that for a fucking game. But yeah, most of us don't have the ability to do that, man. Even, like I say, even for me, like 15, $20 to do a fucking relocation wasn't possible. So to sit here and ask someone like me who's super poor to, you know, pay like a grand or something into something, I'm just like, yeah, y'all are smoking crack, dude. I'm gonna leave here. Go fuck yourself. Is what it is. So anyway, but yeah, needless to say, it is what it is, man. That being said, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. And I think when it's all said and done, yeah, we're probably gonna end up in third place though by a few hundred probably is what will be there. So anyway, but either way, it'll be interesting to see how this flask event looks when it's all said and done. Hopefully, like I said, there'll be at least a decent amount, not just some screw job deal or whatever. Although to be fair, it probably will be something where it'll be like the last one will be like 100 or something like that, but it's like almost impossible to finish it, is what it is then. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they'll do something decent though. It'll be though. So anyway, but yeah, that being said, that's where we're at for the day though. I will be back again later today or tonight or whatever it's going to be for probably another grandstand where I'm talking about like just the psychotic leftist people who it is then. And then most likely it won't be till Thursday is when we'll do another 2A stream. I might do something on Wednesdays now. I'm not sure. It all depends. Because I do like to talk about wrestling and stuff too. So I might just start doing like a wrestling Wednesdays or something like that on this channel or something like that. You know, I don't know. It all depends. But yeah, we'll definitely continue to do the Thursday, Friday, Saturday streams though. And we'll obviously be with Honda and them on Tuesdays and Sundays. So other than that, that's where we're at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this gaming chat, and I will be back for another one at some point in the future. Letting you guys know probably in about a week or so, give or take, whenever that event starts, how exactly it goes and how many flasks they actually give out is what it is then. So other than that, hope you guys enjoy this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.